So we'll start it off with headlines this week. Actually made it today that XL Bully will be banned as a dog breed. Specifically that dog breed, even though it's crossbreed, makes no sense.
What is it a crossbreed of?
I don't fucking know.
It looks like some sort of pit bull and
staff, pit bull,
like a staffy
American pit bull. I don't really know.
It does look a lot like a staffy and maybe a bit of a Rottweiler as well. I can't really tell.
Yeah, and I must admit they've used the most genuine photo for one of them. It's got the clipped ears.
Yes.
Everything. You know, they don't actually look like that when they're bred.
I mean, it is a scary looking dog, to be fair, in that photo anyway.
But I think they're gorgeous. I think they're a gorgeous looking dog. I wouldn't personally have one.
No.
But they have lovely eyes. Yeah, and they're quite docile animal, but yes, they can change. So, yes, so they've been banned. Rishi Sunak during the week pushed it forward to be put under the Dangerous Dog Act in 1991. Obviously, had to get it registered and look into the breed and everything, have experts go over it. What does that mean for the individual, the owner of the pet? Does that mean it'll be killed? No. So today it has been confirmed that they will not be collared if you currently have one.
That'd be a bit harsh, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just killing everyone's dogs.
Family dog, probably,
Yeah.
I get if they're a dangerous weapon,
Someone's like, where's the dog gone, Dad? It's like, the Prime Minister's had it killed.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Cheers, Rishi. So that's good news. That's what we want to hear. We don't want to hear that they're going to just start killing a dog.
No.
That someone else has actually probably got a really docile one that's never ever attacked. Well, they've had it for like 14 years.
John Wicks everywhere.
Yep, exactly. Oh yeah, there would be John.
Literally.
But yes. So what does that mean then? Does it mean the dogs are going to have to be muzzled, licensed, registered? Yes, it does. So they've asked that when you are to go out with these dogs, that they will have to be registered, licensed, and you'll have to have them muzzled. Okay. Whether or not you do that,
that's only for dogs who already exist, right? Because you literally can't breed them anymore.
You won't be allowed to breed them. They'd be made illegal, which I find very hard because the policing as it is hard enough.
Yeah, I mean, how do you even police something like that?
Exactly.
But if you find a puppy, do you have it put down? Like, what the fuck?
They can't even police cameras being cut off of traffic.
That's what I mean. That's kind of fucked. Like if someone starts breeding them and they find a whole litter of like puppies, so they just kill them all.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? What inhumane asshole would do that?
I know.
Yeah, they'd obviously have to go to the RSPCA, Blue Cross, or something like that. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's just something I want to talk about, and I want to touch on that. That I just think that we've had this before with dogs.
Yes.
With certain types.
Yes, we have.
Rottweilers, one point, were mentioned in the news.
Well,
Pitbull terriers were mentioned in the news.
Pitbulls were the big one about 15 years ago. Do you remember?
German Shepherds and Boxers were mentioned in the news. Where does it go from here?
Yeah, it's a tricky one as well because it's like obviously not all of these dogs are being bred to be violent. I mean, obviously they can be.
No. That's it.
But it's kind of like the whole pitbull thing and staffies and all that sort of thing. I mean, I remember when all this stuff really kicked off when I was a kid, because I remember some little girl got a face mauled off at the park. Yeah, and that was the first time I'd ever heard of like dogs attacking people, and I'm like, do dogs attack people?
Well, this is the only reason this has happened is because obviously we've had 2 incidents in the past week or month where a 11-year-old girl was mauled at the park. Her hand was severely injured from the dog. The owner didn't do anything. It took 2 men, I believe, in the park to fight the dog off to get it off of her eventually.
That must be quite hard to fight a dog like that off as
well.
Yeah,
I think they reckon that they can weigh about 9 stone.
Like the people who were trying to fight off must have got injured as well.
Yeah, of course, yeah, because the dog's just going to bite anything.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and they're fast as well.
And then obviously there was a guy who was mauled to death at a petrol station during the week as well, just after Rishi Sunak had made comments about it. So, in a petrol station as well.
Yeah, that's a strange place to be mauled by a dog.
What's going on? Was this gang crime related?
Yeah, it makes you wonder if it was like, if they were kind of, setting the dog off properly to try and, scare someone or whatever.
That's it.
Because it's not like if you're
sideways.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like if you're walking your dog down the road and your dog sees a bloke in the petrol station, he's just going to go and eat him, is he?
Well, this is it. And it makes you wonder, what would that dog do with any other pet animal?
Yeah.
You got a cat walking down the road. Is it going to tear off straight for it?
Rip your arm off.
You know, but that's any dog. Any dog does that, and it's whether or not you can control it.
Yeah, of course.
These are a lump of a dog. They're a unit of a dog.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, you'd walk through a doorway at the same time as that thing, and you'd actually give way to that. You know.
Well, it's like, have you ever actually sort of just walked past a Rottweiler down the street?
Yeah,
like those things are thick.
They're huge, and they're massive.
Muscle mass on them.
These are just bigger, but a little slightly smaller. Yeah. You know, but. I just want to know how it's going to work in the UK, where already it is hard enough to police illegal breeders.
Yeah, I don't really know.
And you've just added another thing to the list.
Yeah, I just don't.
How this is going to work.
Oh, I just don't understand how you police.
And I'm not being funny. It's a crossbreed.
Yeah.
So all they're going to have to do is just crossbreed it with something else now, with maybe a boxer.
Yeah.
Or maybe a Labrador. I don't really know. Because apparently if you do a boxer and a Labrador, apparently that makes kind of like a big staffy looking thing.
Oh, right.
I was hearing someone talk about it, and I don't know if that's true, but that's what I'm saying. There's so many crossbreeds out there. All they do is cross the breed again.
Yeah, I don't really know how it works, to be honest.
You know, I've got mates who've got like staffies, pit bulls and everything like that, and I find them the most docile, timid pet.
My friend used to have a staffy, and
go up to it rolls on its back and wants its belly scratched.
Yeah, they really like staffies are normally pretty good. Like my friend used to have a staffy, and she was like the nicest dog ever.
And do you know what the worst thing about it is that years ago they would have been considered as a nanny dog. They'd have been considered as a nanny dog.
Oh, they would have, wouldn't they?
Yeah, you left them with
like boxers and stuff.
Child, you know.
Yeah.
So what's happened is it the years of genetic breeding and putting things into them that's caused these traits?
You would think so, right? Because it seems like this kind of breed is bred specifically for the,
I mean, you
scary stuff.
You go onto a farmer's land, and he'll have working dog. And you will never see that dog in the house.
No,
never. They will live in a kennel or on the back of the pickup. Now, to a lot of people, they go, "That's cruel." That dog works. That dog knows nothing else but work.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't know to lay down inside the house. And, you imagine having little kids running around with that face height with these dogs. You know, with us, it's knee height.
You couldn't have like my dog is Border Collie.
Yeah.
Like, if I'd have trained him as a farm dog from when he was a baby, I couldn't have him around children.
Not a chance.
Because he's used to barking at sheep and herding them around.
That's it.
Can't do that to a toddler.
And that's what I wanted to touch on about, was that you've got a dog. I've had past dogs. I've had Labradors, Jack Russells, and everything like that. You've got a dog now, and you've just stated that it's a collie.
Yeah,
it's a working breed.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And how is he with you? What do you find him hard? Do you find him easy?
He's really good. He's just a big attention seeker. He just wants to be loved. But no, I can sometimes see in him, like if I was to train him in a certain way, like I say, like a farm dog, then towards children, he could be aggressive, trying to herd them around and stuff. Like, if you've ever seen a Border Collie or whatever herd sheep, if one runs off, they don't just go off; they go off and bite it to get it back.
That's right.
Like, that's how they kind of herd their strays back sometimes.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I want to know is, that dog has been genetically engineered and has been made, but now yours is domesticated.
Yeah.
And we've now looking at a funnel where it changes. Where is the definition of dangerous dog?
Yeah, it's a very tricky one.
To having it as a pet. I mean, years ago, you used to have a license for a dog. It used to be registered and everything. You had to have a license to have a dog. These laws got relaxed. I don't know when they happened.
I imagine they got relaxed because they couldn't really be enforced that
well. And this is just another breed that's going to be added to something. I don't think they're going to be able to police.
No, like how do you, like the police can't stop every single person with a dog saying, "Can I see your dog license?" You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You can't have like ANPR for dogs. Like, do you know what I mean?
All of his facial recognition.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true. And we now have you got to have your dog tagged, don't you?
Microchipped.
Microchipped. So what was wrong with that?
Yeah, it does make you wonder where, like you said, the cut-off's going to be. Like, certain breeds can also be classed as more dangerous than others, but
of course they
not
can.
Every dog from a certain breed is the same. Just like every person's the same. Like,
no, that's right. It is the nature. It has been trained. It has been brought up. It's like saying the old thimble thing, isn't it? Children aren't born racist.
Yeah,
they're made racist.
Yeah, that's a learned behaviour.
This is how this has gone.
And a lot of this
how
stuff,
they've been trained.
Yeah,
You know, you see the videos of them getting at these camps, and they teach them to take down full-size 6'2" men in great big foam suits, and you know, to chase people up walls.
Have you seen the ones when they like run up trees and do backflips and stuff?
Exactly.
So they can like jump across and stuff like that. It's crazy.
And then they'll sell that to like the average family member of like 3 children.
Yeah.
But yes, I think there's a lot more to come of this. I think I'd like to know where it's going to be added into the Dangerous Dog Act of 1991, and what was going to come next.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see. And we'll try and update if we can.
I bet it won't. I bet it'll be one of these things that'll just go quiet.
Very quiet.
To the next attack.
Yeah, until 5 years later when someone else's kid gets mauled to death and they'll be like, oh, no more Labradors for anyone. And it's like, where'd you draw the line? Guess we'll see.